Yes. Dante mapping's a capital offense. What do you think we do here, tell ghost stories? If the Hand knew he was a mapper, they'd eliminate him. That stuff about permits was just a cover in case you were with the heat, which is why I was hostile to you earlier. We could be next on their list.
You'd never know such grand things were being attempted at Resurrections Unlimited by this nondescript anteroom, which seems to serve as both a box storage area, utilities room, and guard room for the entrance to the company. A lone staffer eyes you indifferently.
About time you two showed up. It's been one long nightmare maintaining the stock with the backup computers. We have to get the main system up, or I can't guarantee that some of our clients' Essence files won't be corrupted.
Wanna come again with that?
Aren't you two here to install the new motherboard on the DIL 3000?
Yeah, what else would we be here for?
Well, then get to it. The data storage chamber is through that door. Be careful. You have to deactivate the security system. But they would have told you how to do that when they ordered the motherboard. Sure, we'll be glad to have that system up and running.
You are immediately confronted by a bank of laser beams, clearly meant to trigger alarms, or worse. You're going to have to negotiate it somehow, but there's nothing else in the room that can help you. They've let the decorating of this room slide. The place where Resurrections Inc. stores bodies for future reincarnation. In life, everyone seems like a unique individual, but in death, there is a numbing similarity to the draped figures in this room. Also known as the meat locker, this is where the flesh, blood, nerves, and muscle tissue was grown for the meat's synthetic multi-servers and birthing units. Although these techs have long been outlawed for decades, the fact that there was some fresh growth on the framing units indicates that someone has tried to start things back up. A meat birthing unit patiently waits. You eye the gestational chamber with suspicion.
This is even creepier than Charles.
I'm surprised at your revulsion, Rachel. Birthing units like this would have liberated women from childbearing.
I am programmed to respond to doubts you may have about the moral dilemmas some find inherent in my existence.
That won't be necessary, 5088. I don't think your pre-programmed arguments will persuade us.
I am a fecund 5088 birthing unit. I am designed to be a superior gestational unit. The fetal chamber is lined with a biocircuitry interweave to constantly monitor fetal respiration, heartbeat, and important growth factors. Options: available sensory throughputs to fetus, soothing sounds and music, comforting visual displays, direct projection of parents' voices into fetal chamber, DAT recordings playable to assist in subliminal environmental orientation.
Enough! Oh, God, this is making me sick.
I merely recite relevant facts pertaining to childbirth.
Simulating the reproductive experience. Not everything can be fabricated in a lab.
The existence of this unit proves otherwise. The essentials of the human reproductive events can and have been substantially improved by...
That's enough, 5088. I'm afraid my partner will pull your plug if you keep it up.
My self-diagnostic indicates intensive, decades-long neglect to primary mechanical units.
You can say that again. The hand put your creators out of business. I'll give them that much.
Meats or the hands rule? Which one's the greater evil? Perverse mockeries of motherhood or tyrants ruling in the name of God? Some choice.
A 5-gallon can of kerosene. This powerful handheld electromagnet could yank the fillings out of the androgyne at 50 feet. A small version of the basic measuring cup for scientists. A basic scientific beaker, unchanged for centuries. A man works feverishly amidst the desolation of the long-abandoned factory.
Oh, shit! You're the heat! I knew it! I'm gonna fry! Oh, shit! Look, I'm just a businessman, really. I don't know for morality or ethics. I'm just looking to turn a buck here.
Don't wet your pants, pal. We're ducking the big heater ourselves. Help us out, and we'll pretend we never saw this place.
All right, all right. What do you want to know? He's the reason I'm so jumpy. What happened to him? I figured the hand's onto us. They got him while he was sitting in the barber's chair. Apparently his wife shrugged it off as God's will. She actually took comfort that he died as part of something big like a scrub cleanup.
No mystery why they wiped him. If he was poking through this tissue shop with you, he must have been up to his eyebrows in illegal tech. So you came here.
Figured this would be the last place anyone would look for me. I was just trying to score enough to make it overseas. I hooked with Jimmy because he knew the city, and because I liked his resume. He'd seen it all, hit it rich, and then lost everything when Mephisto revenged his losses in the commodities market by burning down the Chicago Exchange. Wiped out 3/4 of their records and a lot of fortunes that day.
Yeah, we heard about it.
Jimmy was always vague about his private life. He never wanted to talk about anything that happened more than 5 or 6 years ago. It was almost like those parts of his life didn't matter anymore. One time he opened up, told me about a brother of his who was a fighter for the Citizens Freedom Front.
Where do we find him?
You don't. Apparently he was killed in a CFF action a couple of years ago. That's all Jimmy ever said about it. I could tell. He took it hard. He said it was like part of him died when he lost his brother.
You say he died 2 years ago. You're certain he's dead?
His brother was pretty damn sure about it.
Anything else you can tell us about Henley? Anything peculiar?
Nothing, other than the fact that he was an outlaw. He did have a strange fixation on a Latin phrase. Vocabulum est tabula. Ominous venere ab genitor. Wore a chain around his neck with that phrase on it. I never figured that out.
Might seem like nothing now, but it could be important later. So what's the scam?
Black market for synthetic tissues is booming. All we need are some genetic data on the meat genome, some salvage from this place, and we can begin production of a commercial biomass.